Monster Hunter World: The Iceborne first free titles update is out now. This free update includes the fearsome Rajang's the fan favorite monster that turns into the golden ball of fury when she gets enraged, and the unleashes lethal attacks, which is a powerful arms which deals an incredible amount of damage with a swoop. Defeating Rajang will yield the quality the Cable's equipment, which includes the golden and the black spelled armor that have high offensive skills. Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6 are set to arrive on the Nintendo Switch on October 29. And ahead of its release, Capcom has launched demos for both games for players on the Switch. The demos can be downloaded and also pre-ordered in the Nintendo eShop. Resident Evil 5 is known for its single-player co-op modes, while Resident Evil 6 features multiple playable characters. All Saints Wake is back in Final Fantasy XIV Online. The events run from the October 17th through the November 4th. During the events, the players will be able to earn unique in-the-games items like the Circus Resonator, Pumpkin Courage, and Fantastical All Saint Wakes advertisement. Some items from previous All Saint Wakes events will also be available for purchase during the event period.
For this moment. For the one that stood alone against the storm. For the one they called. The warrior.
Developer Marvelous has added some new competitive multiplayer mode to Daemon X Machina on Switch. The mode was added alongside the game's latest update. The PvP mode features 1 versus 1 and 2 versus 2 skirmishes. It also features no leaderboards for bounties. Aside from this, the game is also set to receive more content in early and late November as well as in December.
Back and forth, the battle between the self-replicating immortals and humanity rages on. What drives the immortals' hostility? In search of that answer, humanity decided to investigate using manned aircraft. Special forces were dispatched to the seat of the enemy's power.
Bohemia Interactive has announced that 1.1 Bridges for its online action game. Vigor Bridges brings the new Borderlands Bridges map, as well as the new games event called the Board Ache. It also includes new weapons, terminus abilities, theme, killer detections, admitted tweaks and fixes including changes on camera, and the movements, triggers, and a free-to-play and exclusively available in the Xbox One. GTA Online players will be able to take on the new Kings of the Hell mode this week. King of the Hell will have 16 players spread across 4 teams duke it out now 7 maps, but playing King of the Hells this week, players will able to receive double GTI's dollar and RP. Also comes to this week's new car, the Avzula Juggler sports car, which is now available from Legendary Motorsports. Players can also earn double GTI dollar and a special cargo cell missions. Ghost Light's follow-up to the last year horror adventure and Spirit Hunter Deathmark is now available on Steam. PS4, Switch, and Vita. The game is called the Spirit Hunter's Entry and it features the new coast and characters who will be battle terrors that lies in the wait of every turn. The game tells the story of the young man who's looking for his lost little sister. He teams up with the other characters as they search and close and face off with the spirits.
What's on the docket today?
Boring Martian routine.
Fancams and Rock Package Games has announced the release date for their horror games Moons of Madness. The games will first launch for PC on October 22. It will also be available on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One in January 2020. Moon of the Madness stars the protagonist Shane Neverhart, who's chief engineer and the research facility of Mars. The game combines the Lovecraftian elements with and more explorations. Players will find themselves battling against their inner demons while experiencing internal threats.
Hello, little dream.
Ark Survival's Involved has received new updates on most of its platforms. The patch is that 13 gig on PlayStation 4 and 4.7 gigs on the Xbox One. This wildcard did not specify when the updates will become available for the Switch. The updates brings you content for Genesis Chronicles, which is set to go live this December. Ark Survival Involved has received several DLC updates since its launch, including the Ark's expansion and pack.
It fascinates me how you survivors find your own solutions to problems. Stranded in a strange land with no tools? Just punch the trees! I never would have guessed that's effective. Can't wait to see what solutions you come up with in the Genesis simulation. Like, how do you build a fort in the open sea? Or in a
But the war is
Kingdom Under Fire 2 is set to head west this November. Blue Sides and the Game Forge have announced Kingdom. Kingdom Under Fire 2 is the hybrid games composed of the MMORPG and RTS elements. The game takes place 50 years after the events of Kingdom Under Fire. The Crusaders and world features an immersive story campaign. Its campaign can also be played in online multiplayer. Kingdom Under Fire 2 will be available on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One.
while our hearts still beat. We will stand firm. While our lungs obey, we will resist. We may have lost the battle, but the war is only just beginning.
Bandai Namco will be rolling out a third patch for Code Vein sometimes this month. Update 1.04 adds the new creation accessories, color palettes, and Halloween face paints. It also adds the new functions for hero parts that allows you to use the left-right symmetry. It also adds the faction which allows players to lock the directions of the maps as well as a faction to turn off the conversation during the explorations. It also changes the triggers condition for the Trails of the Blood. The daily deals are here once again. We're still starting with the free games, which is a city building simulations called the Surviving Mars. Still on our daily deals, we have the Hitman games of year editions, and these games has the best price drops for the day. The games with the best discount. And the other hand, so the Japanese style actions role-playing video games deals of Berseria, all the deals can be yours. Just have to go to daily deals and page of the ALLKEYSHOP.com.
For our first update, the 10th anniversary of League of Legends is nearing, and Riot Games has announced their plans for the big day. There will be some digital events, in-person activities at the regional offices of Riot, as well as special live streams. Riot is encouraging those who have nearby local Riot regional offices to check what is special happening in their region. The event will kick off on October 15th. You can go to the game's official page in order to see the exact times for the activities available. Strategy wargame Unity of Command 2 is set to launch in November as developer 2x2 Games announced. The game is currently in the final stages of development. Since this is the case, a beta will be available soon, and the developers are needing some beta testers, especially for the scenario editor and support for headset multiplayer. The developer will have an application questionnaire for the testers, and they will be randomly selected. It is also required that they have enough time to do the beta. FIFA 20 proves to be a very popular soccer game. This is evidenced by the 10 million players that were able to play since it launched a month ago. Since it was released, there had been more than 450 million matches, 1.2 billion goals scored, as well as 5 million Volta avatars were made. Those are huge numbers. Although the game had some problems when it launched, that didn't stop fans from playing the game. They just wanted fast action to fix the problems. FIFA 20 is available for PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Racing game Need for Speed Heat has gone gold as announced by Ban Wok, Global Community Engagement Manager with Electronic Arts. To celebrate, he was able to share 2 gameplay clips on his Twitter account. The game will come with 2 playstyles on during or one during the day, which is legal, and the other during the night, which is illegal. Developers also announced that there won't be loot boxes or microtransactions available in the game, but a time saver pack will be made available.
They impose limits to control us. Limits to make us blend in. Make us safe. But we own the limits. And we'll own the night.
WW2 shooter from Team 17 and Black Matter called Hell Let Loose has been announced to be free to play up until October 14th. In addition to this announcement, the team said that the game will be getting a new map. The new map is set in Omaha Beach in Normandy, France. This will also come with a new game mode, which is the offensive mode. The players will be dropped off in waves, resulting in 100-player battles in the beach terrain. There will also be some fixes available in the update. A new isometric stealth game called Winter Ember has been announced. Here, players will get to play as Arthur Artorias, a man who had everything taken away from him and is back for revenge after almost a decade in exile. His enemy is the tyrannical religious militant faction called the Greater Heaven, who has taken over his town in the city of Anargal. Set in a Victorian-esque world, the game offers gothic syntaxes with mysteries to uncover and treasure to collect. No launch date had been announced.
Falling out, and our skin far from any sunlight.
2.5D roguelike action platformer from Endroad called Fallback is now available. The game equips the players with jetpacks and have them go through a dangerous underground complex that are riddled with crazy robot guardians who would want to return to the Earth's surface. There are more than 50 unlockable skills, unique character creations, and so much more. Enjoy the game's Oscar-inspired camera system that lets the players shift perspectives easily, a deep skill tree, and fast, fluid combat.
The robots turned against us and trapped us in cages, imprisoned us, the children, the elderly, everyone. We are but the shadow of humanity. It's time to fall back.
MageQuit, the top-down area wizard brawler from indie developer Brawlhalla Studios, has launched for the Xbox One, and soon after the game will also launch as a full game, stepping out of Steam Early Access for PC. MageQuit offers a multiplayer arena brawler that can accommodate up to 10 players, both local or online. There will be 9 intense rounds of combat, which are oftentimes very funny. To celebrate, Bowlcut has shared a Steam launch trailer for MageQuit. Developer and publisher Total Mayhem Games announced that their game We Were Here Together has launched on Steam for PC. The game is a co-op puzzle game that brings the players to the expedition-based camp of Antarctica. The game offers a dark story that is very interesting to uncover. It is also puzzle-packed and you should work together to solve to be able to escape. There are mysterious locations to explore like the Antarctic valleys, Castle Rock, and also the expedition base camp.
There is a way for us to escape, but I need your help.
You will not stop me from lifting this curse.
Developer Blue Mammoth Games was able to announce that the game now supports cross-play by saying Phase 5 of single Brawlhalla is live. The developers further explained that every single Brawlhalla player, regardless of platform, can now be matched against each other in all online queues, as well as share custom lobbies. Official Brawlhalla esports competitions will now also see both console and PC players there. The game Goat of Duty, which is now available on Steam Early Access, has shared a roadmap celebration update. The update comes with the Markhor tag, which is a crazy version of the childhood tag. A new map will also be shared, which is called That Valley. Other updates include controller tweaks, improved CPU performance, improved AL, and an expanded Goatpedia. There are other hot fixes and quality of life improvements. Goat of Duty is set to launch in January 2020, available for €14.99. The daily deals are here once again. We will be starting with our free game, which is a city building simulation called Surviving Mars. Still on our daily deals, we have Hitman Game of the Year edition, and this game has the best price drop for the day. The game with the best discount, on the other hand, is the Japanese-style action role-playing video game Tales of Berseria. All these deals can be yours. You just have to go to the daily deals page of ALLKEYSHOP.com.